teacher in America.
And I'm the teacher in America who made that video yesterday because I went down the rabbit hole of the school supply debate and I found so many videos of parents who were increasingly angry about the supply list, talking about how greedy and selfish teachers were. And it was really disheartening for me. As I kept watching the videos, I just thought, I don't think any of the people making these videos, maybe lots of America don't know what teachers actually do and the training we have to have on what to do if your child has a medical emergency in my classroom, whether it's a seizure, whether it is a diabetic episode, whether it is a panic attack. And we also need to know everything that has to be done to keep your child safe in the event of a lockdown. I get training every single year. At my school, we had one that was a county-wide drill where we had actors playing parts of the perpetrator and the injured students. And we were trained that if somebody is knocking at your door, even if they're yelling your name and they're screaming, I need help, you cannot open your door. And I had a kid, an actor, outside of my door screaming my name, saying they were bleeding out. I'll never forget that moment. And part of our training was to remain hypervigilant to sights and sounds that were out of the ordinary. And I had a classroom at the end of the building on the corner where I saw the faculty parking lot, the student parking lot, and the entrance. And I would have students who would be like, yo, doc, that car just drove by for the third time. And I'd be like, okay, well, that's unusual. Just look at the make and model of the car. If we could get the license plate, just in case. If something did happen, we were ready to go. And the reason I take this seriously, because some people were criticizing me for being dramatic and saying statistically it's not going to happen. Okay, well, tell that statistic to the people who have been in those situations. I remember a bunch of our local police officers coming in before the start of school in one of our in-service days, and one of them said, if somebody gets into the school, it's not going to be a matter of if there are fatalities, but how many fatalities there are. So that's a reality for teachers in America. So I think when we share these stories, it increases the awareness of just exactly what it is like to be a teacher in America. There's one last thing that I think needs to be said. Teachers seem to be the soft target for this anger, and I think it's misdirected because if parents and teachers could work together as a unified front and actually call to task the people who are in charge of budgets and laws for school, we could be unstoppable.